Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Johnson with the Straga Media Network, and we're coming to you from Uniontown, Ohio, home of the Lake Blue Streaks. We've got quite a battle going on tonight, as we've got the Lake Blue Streaks taking on the Louisville Leopards. I'm joined tonight on air with my sidekick, John Taggart. Welcome, John.
Good evening, everyone.
As you can tell, it's a little bit loud in the house tonight, as we are right next to the Lake Blue Streak marching band. So it always adds for a little entertainment. But getting back to the matchup, should be interesting, even though the records, Louisville is 14-4, Lake is 9-10, but Lake is also getting a very, very big piece to the puzzle back. They've got Landon Roth coming back from injury, and he's a huge piece of what they do, especially inside. I'm excited for this, John.
Yeah, me too. Both programs coming in suffering a loss last time, so they're both trying to get back in the win column. Louisville losing a heartbreaker to Hoover, their rival, 56-53, and then Lake losing and another heartbreaker, 47-44 to Glen Oak.
Well, I know. I was told by a pretty reliable source that they really clogged the lane up so that guys like Hayden Nigro couldn't get down the lane against Hoover for the Leopards. And I know. You're in the Federal League like Lake is, you always have a tough battle.
Well, the Federal is a slobber knocker kind of conference where if you come out unscathed, you're one heck of a team.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm excited for this matchup. I'm excited to see where this is going to land during.
And I think one of the key matchups is going to be Will Aljancic scoring 23 points per game, averaging about 39% from beyond the arc, and him matching up with Anthony Marikoki, who scores, he's 31% from the three-point line, and Kassenheiser, who's 31 from beyond the arc as well, and scoring 24 points per game. So I think
you got two of the higher profile scorers in the county in this game
going
tonight.
at it.
So, it's all a matter of who can get their guy going and going early.
Right.
So, we're still waiting on the starting lineups. We have an idea of who they may be, as obviously for Louisville, as we've seen them before. You'll probably see Siegfried, Nigro, Aljancic, Braden Gross. For Lake, you've got Anthony Marikoki. You'll have Caleb Collins, Chance Kassenheiser, Joshua Cofield, and again, Landon Roth, who's coming back from injury. So I'm excited. I think this is going to be a huge matchup. Could be of what we could see here in the playoffs, too. And as teams, as I can't seem to talk today, as both teams seem to be getting healthy and getting in a groove at the right time. I know both of them had a loss the other night, but still, both these teams are strong teams. So we've got about 2 minutes yet to go here in the early stages. We've got the pregame ceremonies, the national anthem, and then we'll be set for tip-off. So we're going to step away, kind of hang out here, enjoy the music from the Lake Blue Streak Marching Band, and we'll be back.
cordial welcome to all players, coaches, parents, and fans from Louisville High School. Welcome to Lane. Tonight's game officials have been assigned to this game by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Our three officials with us for tonight's game are Adam Loudon, Andrew Todor, and Michael Lopacher. Now let's meet tonight's teams. First, for the visiting Leopards, assistant coach is Owen Lemoy. The head coach of the Leopards is Mr. Tom Siegfried. Tonight's starters, number 0, Bo Siegfried. Number 1, Will Aljancic. Number 2, Hayden Ross. Number 11, Ashton Marshall. And number 24, Hayden Nigro. And now, let's meet your Lake Blue Streaks. Assistant coaches Kevin Willman, Mitch Foxson, and Tom Lassity. The head coach of the Blue Streaks is Mr. Tom McBride. Tonight's starters, number 3, Tony Marakoki. Number 21, Kayla Collins. Number 25, Chance Kassenheiser. Number 31, Joshua Caulfield. And number 35, Landon Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Playing the anthem tonight is the Lake High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Josh Mounts.
All right, folks, here we go. Tip-off time. Our starters tonight for the Leopards are going to be Bo Siegfried, Will Aljancic, Braden Gross, Ashton Marshall, and Hayden Nigro. For the Lake Blue Streaks, we've got Anthony Markoki, Caleb Collins, Chance Kassenheiser, Joshua Caulfield, and Landon Roth. It's already rocking here, folks, so I'm excited to see how things are going to roll. As it will be Caulfield and Braden Gross tipping off. And here we go. Tips up, and it's going to go to the Leopards as Siegfried will bring it up the backcourt. He's going to be picked up by Kassenheiser. Siegfried gets it off to Marshall. Marshall over to Nigro. Nigro to Aljancic, over to Siegfried on the wing. Looking, dribbling, guarded tight by Kassenheiser. And they're going to call up travel on Siegfried.
Looks like the Leopards are coming out in a full court press.
Man-to-man at that. Oh, stolen by Marshall. Over to Siegfried. Looks, dribbles, pulls it back out. He's going to reset. He's going to get it off to Aljancic. Aljancic going to kick it. Stolen by Gassenheiser. He's going to pull it back out. Pulls up for three. Bang! Just like that, Lake leads 3-0. 7:18 first quarter. As Siegfried will bring it across the timeline. Almost had his pocket picked. Over to Nigro for three. Bang! And here we go. We're going to have a track meet. We knew there was going to be scores. I'll tell you what, that's one guy you cannot discredit or forget about, as the Lake Blue Streaks will come up, shoot, no good, rebounded, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Streaks. You cannot forget about Hayden Nigro. He does have that ability to score, as we found out against Alliance with 41 points. So Lake coming out in the full court. Over to Nigro. Nigro will bring it up across the timeline. Spins, dribbles. Over to Aljancic. Stolen by Kassenheiser. He's going to go to the hoop. Layup, good. 6:36. First quarter. Lake leads 5-3. As Siegfried walks it up the backcourt. Picked by Gross. Siegfried's going to dribble. Kicks it out to Nigro. He's going to pull it back out. Fakes, dribbles. Off to Marshall. Marshall into Gross. Gross backing it down. He's going to spin. Shoots. Good. 5-5. 6:05. First quarter. As Lake will inbound. That's going to go to Collins. Gets it to Kassenheiser. Kassenheiser's going to be double teamed into the corner. Shot. Going to go good.
Nice
Wasn't
roll
real,
there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was going to do there. It kind of looked like it was going to roll off. So Nigro's going to bring it the other way. 7-5. Lake leads. As Nigro's going to get it tipped away. Gets it back. Going to push over to Siegfried. Fakes. Pulls for three. Short. No good. Rebounded by Nigro. He's going to. And they're going to get him with a charge. 5:15 first quarter. Lake leads 7-5. That'll be Nigro's first foul of the ball game. Long pass to Kassenheiser.
Oh, wow.
Fakes. Up. Good. 9-5.
Must be a receiver.
I'll tell you what, he's quick. Siegfried has it tipped away. I'll tell you what, Kassenheiser is every bit so far as good as he's been billed.
As advertised.
Aljancic to the hoop, no good. Gets his own rebound. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Gross, and he can't get it to go. So Braden Gross, he'll go to the free throw line. 4:49 in this first quarter. That foul was on Joshua Cofield. That's going to be his first foul. As Gross gets the first one to go. That'll be Gross's third point of the game. As he takes the second shot.
Good.
It's good. 9-7 ball game. 4:49. First quarter. As bringing it up the floor is Anthony Marcoki. He's going to dribble. Guarded by Marshall. Oh, nice pass. It was the backdoor pass that was trailing, I believe, Nigro, as it's stolen by Lake. That's stolen by Collins. He's going to bring it the other way. Guarded by Marshall. Spins. Shot. Good. 13-7, and Tom Siegfried wants to talk about it.
He's not happy.
Nope. So 4:20 left in this first quarter. We're going to step away, and we'll be right back.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley and Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley and Guiley.
And we're back here at Uniontown Lake High School, home of the Blue Streaks, as they lead 13-7, 4:20.
Lake's pretty fired up right now. They came to play, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. You can tell. And they're playing a great defense right now. They are definitely in the ball handlers' heads of the Leopards right now.
Well, they're not too worried about, double teaming Will Aljancic. They're just putting a lot of pressure on him and making him cough up the ball.
Yeah. Well, and once he goes to the hoop, then they're dropping off and helping out and stuff like that. This Lake team is a very good defensive team.
Well, and they can move.
And they definitely got some size inside. As Nigro will dribble, gives it off to Aljancic to Marshall. Fakes, gives it to Gross. Gross to Siegfried. Into the corner to Marshall for two. No good and good.
Oh, it is.
I'll tell you what, we got some crazy rolls tonight. As Lake comes the other way, Markoki
Almost lost it there.
gets it to Kassenheiser. Nice play by Siegfried. We're diving on the floor.
Jump ball.
Yep, jump ball. Possession goes to Lake. I'll tell you what, that was some nice hustle by the Leopards. Bo Siegfried dove in there, got the tip. Kassenheiser in the backcourt. Into the ball game is Charlie Roberts, number 5. He's a senior. He'll guard Kassenheiser. And he's going to pull up for 3. No good. Rebounded Marshall, going the other way. So Marshall gets it to Gross, back out to Marshall, over to the other side to Aljancic, and he's going to be fouled.
Yep. Yeah, Louisville just needs to kind of settle down, slow the game down a little bit. They got that track meet.
Well, they need to let the ball or the game come to them.
Yep.
That foul was on Landon Roth. He's a senior. That's his first foul of the ball game. So Siegfried will inbound to Aljancic, to Marshall, to Gross. Back to Aljancic. He's going to drive baseline, takes it to the hoop. Layup, good. 13-11.
I believe that's his first shot of the night, or first make.
So 13-11, 2:53 first quarter. As Collins is guarded tightly by Marshall. Stolen by Braden Gross. He's going to push the other way. He's going to take to the hoop. Good. And one. As Gross was fouled. That'll be his 6th point of the ball game. And he'll go to the free throw line.
That's Lake's 3rd team foul.
And that foul was on Joshua Cofield. That's his 2nd foul. So Roth will sit down into the ball game. And I don't know who number 4 is, as we don't have a number. Make that 41, sorry. Gavin Swope into the ball game. You'll have to forgive me, folks, as the 4, I could see it, but the 1 was kind of rolled up in his jersey, so it looked like he was number 4. I was like...
That was a good job by younger Tate Aljancic to get that ball.
So Gross dribbling to Aljancic for 3. No good. Rebounded by Gross. Looks out to Roberts. Roberts dribbles. Brings it back out top. He's going to look. Gets it over to Tate Aljancic. Into Braden Gross. Nice pass. Into Gross, and he scores.
Yeah, Lake's doing pretty good job of making Louisville feel uncomfortable beyond the arc.
That's 8 points for Braden, and that makes it 15-13 Louisville. 158 as Kassenheiser goes to the hoop, and last touch by Louisville.
I'm going to say that was a very, very impressive drive down the court there for him.
Into the ball game. Roth gets the inbound, dribbles, takes to the hoop, and it's going to be blocked by Gross, but he's fouled on the way to the hoop. That's going to be on Will Aljancic. That'll be his first foul of the ball game.
This will be Roth's first time at the line.
That'll be Roth's first point of the ball game.
Bo Siegfried checks in.
Second shot
Good.
is good.
Ties
That'll
it
give
back up.
Roth 2 points, 15 all, 144 first quarter. Aljancic over to Nigro. Nigro's dribbling out top the circle. Gets it off to Siegfried on the wing. He's going to dribble. Tries to drive. Cut off. Gets it to Nigro. Takes it to the hoop. And rebound is
Going to be Lake.
we've got
Kind of a scrum there.
I believe they called the foul on Tate Aljancic.
Yep. That's his first.
So Blue Streaks will inbound to Roth to Kassenheiser. He's going to bring it up the backcourt. He'll be picked up by Siegfried. Double teamed to Collins. He's going to dribble, drives to the hoop, kicks it out. Over in the corner to Roth. No good. Rebounded Nigro. 1 minute. Nigro hands off to Aljancic, almost loses it. He's going to be guarded by Roth as he'll take it to the hoop, and he's going to be called for charge. So that's Will Aljancic's second foul.
Yeah, that's a quick second here in the first.
So he'll
First
sit
quarter.
down as Ashton Marshall.
Those are kind of hard defensive plays, to set your feet and take that charge. So
Also checking into the ball game for the Leopards is Colton Loy as Kassenheiser brings it across the timeline. He's going to pass to the wing to Markoki, out to Kassenheiser for three. Bang! 18-15, 29 seconds left in this first quarter.
seemed like that three just hung in the air forever.
As Siegfried takes it to the hoop, no good. Rebounded Lake. That was Josiah Brown, a newcomer to the ball game.
Looks like Lake's going to hold for the last shot.
Kassenheiser with 10 seconds. Guarded by Siegfried, takes to the hoop. No good. Rebounded. And they're going to say,
Last touch by Lake, it looks like.
so 4.3 seconds left in this first quarter. Leopards will get possession. Into Siegfried.
Ooh.
Back tapped away by Nigro. He's going to shoot. And Wayne, no good. So that's how we're going to finish this high-speed track meet here in the first quarter. 18-15. The Leopards lead. We're going to step away, and we'll be right back.
Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans of the Stragan Media Network, a local broadcasting network for the eastern Stark County area, connecting with our local communities to give you local news, weather, and sports. Local communities like Louisville, Alliance, Marlborough Township, Plain Township, East Canton, Hartville, Salem, and Carrollton. If there's good news, we want to hear it. A varsity game for your local school, we want to cover it. Local weather, we want to bring it to you. Like, subscribe, follow to keep up on everything and everywhere we cover. This is the Dragon Media Network.
And we're back, folks. Apparently going into the break, I said the Leopards were leading. I was mistaken, as the Blue Streaks lead 18-15 going into the second quarter.
Yeah, and you're right, though. It was a high-octane first quarter here. Let's see if both teams can keep it up through the full game here.
So Collins, Roth, Markoki, Brown, and Kassenheiser, as Roth will take it to the hoop. Layup good. 20-15. Lake, Marshall, Siegfried, Roberts, Nigro, and Braden Gross. They like to call him BG. For the Leopards, Gross to the hoop. Layup good. Nice back down by Braden Gross.
And that's something they didn't do much of in the first quarter. So if they can get in the paint and get some nice buckets there, go a long way.
Well, I'll tell you what, Braden Gross, between freshman year, sophomore years, is completely nice take by Roth. Very strong take. Makes it 22-17.
Well, Roth's been sitting for a while, so he's ready to play.
You can definitely tell Braden has matured, and he's a very strong force inside, and Nigro's going to be fouled. So we'll get the bucket and the foul. And that'll be 5 points for Hayden Nigro, and he'll go to the free throw line. So the shot
Good.
is good. So the Blue Streaks trying to get it in, gets it in to Markoki. He'll give it over to Kassenheiser. He's guarded tightly by Nigro across the timeline. Kassenheiser, oh, they left him wide open. Collins, no good. Rebounded, Gross. He's going to push the other way. Up to Nigro. Nigro's going to try to drive, kicks it back out, gets it tipped away. It's going to stay Louisville ball. I'll tell you what, that's one thing about a big man in Braden Gross, is he's a very good ball handler, and he can lead the break.
Yeah, even though he's big, he's pretty nimble.
So Siegfried, gonna dribble, kicks it out to Roberts. He's gonna lose it out of bounds in the corner. Nice idea by Siegfried. Roberts just wasn't ready for it. So Markoki gives off to Kassenheiser. He's gonna dribble up the backcourt. He's guarded by Nigro. Over to Markoki. Markoki gonna dribble, takes it to the hoop, layup good. And he's gonna be fouled. So 24-20, Blue Streaks, as
Bo Siegfried picks up his first foul. It's also the first 2 points for Markoki.
I'll tell you what, these Blue Streaks have a very quick first step.
Would you say almost lightning quick?
I sure would, John. I'll tell you what, shot up, no good, rebounded by Gross. I'll tell you what, I would compare this team speed-wise to the Alliance Aviators guards in Hawkins and J.R. Jackson.
Yeah, those guys can move, and they're not afraid to drive.
No, not at all. 5:51 left in this second quarter as Roberts gets it to Gross at the top of the circle to Marshall.
Oh,
And
Coach Siegfried wants a timeout.
so we'll step away. 5:44 left in the second. This is Dragon Media Network. Welcome back, folks. This is the Striking Media Network. We're here at Lake High School, home of the Blue Streaks, as the Blue Streaks lead the Leopards of Louisville 24-20. I wanted to take a second and just let everybody know that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mandy Evans Designs. If you're looking for t-shirts, some bling stuff for your mom for games or cheerleading stuff, give Mandy a call. As Siegfried pulls for three, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. He's going to pull it back out into Gross, and Gross is going to be pushed from behind. Yep. That foul is going to be on Joseph Herrick, a senior forward.
Looks like Will Aljancic checking in, and
so Aljancic gonna dribble, kicks it over to Siegfried. Siegfried gonna dribble, drives, looks, fakes, caught up. Marshall on the wing, pulls back out to Nigro. Nigro taking to the hoop, shot up, good. Nice take by Hayden Nigro.
That's what he does best.
Well, and it seems like the Leopards, once he gets rolling, they can feed off of him. So Kassenheiser, they've got a double team here. Cross court to Gullett. Gullett back to Kassenheiser. He's going to pull up for two. Shot up, rims out, no good.
We got a jump ball here. Yep.
So the possession will go to Louisville. 4:49 second quarter.
Yeah, if they can get Nigro to start driving inside and dish it back out to like Will Aljancic or Bo Siegfried, you're really going to open things up.
Here comes Siegfried, drives to the hoop, layup, good. That's 2 points for Bo Siegfried.
Seems like Lake defense wasn't really prepared for that quick drive.
No, Siegfried has a quick step. He's a good ball player. Only a sophomore. So Roth gonna take it baseline, goes to the hoop. Good.
Nice. That's a strong finish there.
26-24, 4:15 second quarter. Lake, as Siegfried's gonna drive, kicks it to the corner for Aljancic for three, bang! Just like that, Leopards are on top, 27-26. Aljancic with his 5th point. Aljancic, who's averaging 23.7 points a game, he can score them in bunches, especially if you give him that 3-point line. So into Roth, he's going to turn, shoots, no good, rebounded by Gross. Gets it off to Siegfried. Siegfried going to push, loses it. Picked up by and we're going to have a jump ball. This one will go to Lake.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with the student section right there. All I can see is heads right there in the corner.
Well, they do have a very large 6th man here at Lake. Although Louisville's is nothing to shake a stick at either. So, inbounding for the Blue Streaks. They get it into Kassenheiser. Up the floor to Collins. He's going to push. Pulls it back out. Gets it to Kassenheiser. Guarded by Nigro. Back over on the wing. Guarded by Marshall, very tight. Marshall's a good defender. He knows how to guard him. And Kassenheiser loses the ball. Picked up by Gullett. Gullett gonna dribble. Gonna try to drive. Kicks it out to Collins. Collins gonna pull up for two. Shot good. Banks are open. 28-27. 2:52 second quarter. So Siegfried to Roberts on the wing. Out to Nigro. He's going to back it out. Resets. Nice pick by Colton Loy. Nigro calling out the offense. He's going to dribble. Drives over to Roberts. Pulls for three. Short. Oh, it's good.
It looked like it was running at a
Bang.
seam there.
30-28. And a little half a click off tonight, aren't I, John?
Yeah, just a little.
We'll be all right. We're getting warmed up. Gullett to Roth. Back to Gullett. Inside.
Oh, nice pass.
Blocked by Nigro. Recovered by Loy. He's going to push up to Siegfried. Siegfried going to dribble. Spins. Kicks it. He tried to get it to Roberts. And
that's the second time that happened.
they've just been going the opposite direction both times. So checking into the ball game is Aljancic ×2. You've got Will and Tate both checking into the ball game. Roberts and Nigro will sit down as Siegfried's using his bench very much tonight. 30-28. 1:46, second quarter. Kassenheiser dribbling out top, guarded by Marshall. Ashton staying tight with him. Inside to, well, they get it to Roth. No good. Rebounded. Collins, no good. Oh, that's Cofield. Up to Siegfried. Siegfried to Tate Aljancic. Over to Loy. Almost taken away by Lake. To Will Aljancic. Loses it, dribbles off his foot, and it's going the other way.
Coach Siegfried and Will Aljancic not liking that.
No, and Aljancic is sitting down. They're playing the offense-defense with him right now, which may be throwing him a little bit out of rhythm, but they're trying to save his foul.
Those two early fouls are kind of putting him in a tight spot.
So Kassenheiser's going to go to the hoop. Stops, pulls up, and they're going to call
travel.
it travel.
Yeah. Moving just a little too much there.
Yeah, that was a good call. So back into the ball game is Braden Gross and Will Aljancic. 49 seconds left in this high-paced first half. 30-28 Leopards. As Aljancic gets it to Tate Aljancic to Siegfried. Siegfried's going to spin, drives to the hoop, takes it. No good. Rebounded by Lake. Lake's going to push the other way. Shot, and they're going to call Nigro for the foul.
I think that's his second foul, too.
It is. So you've got Nigro and Aljancic both with 2 fouls. As Marshall set the check back in. Roth will shoot. No good.
Oh, and that's something I kind of noticed with both the boys and the girls for Louisville. They kind of get in foul trouble early this season, which down the stretch can really hurt you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the only advantage to it is it gets your bench guys prepared for the playoffs, the tournament. Second shot, no good, rebounded by Gross. He's going to get it over to Nigro, coming up the backcourt, across the timeline. Looking, dribbling, spins to Aljancic. Aljancic, he's going to dribble, drives, takes it to the hoop, layup, good. Nice drive by Aljancic. That's going to give him 7. 6 seconds as Kassenheiser's going to push. Pulls up for 3. Bang!
Wow.
32-31, and that's how we're going to finish the first half as Kassenheiser finishes with 13. So we're going to step away for just a few, and we'll be back after this.
The Straggett Media Network, a local broadcasting network, specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Straggett Media Network.
committed to Ashland University for stunt, which is a series of tumbling, stunting with pyramids and baskets. And I also committed for cheer, for sideline for football. And I'm planning on majoring in journalism and digital media.
I'm Gavin Greathouse. I committed to the University of Mount Union. I will be wrestling at the University of Mount Union, and I will also be pursuing the degree of pharmacy.
Will Butler, Walsh University for football, and I plan on majoring in business.
I'm Abby DeGeorge, and I'm going to Mount Union to play volleyball, and I'm going to be majoring in business and marketing.
My name's Styles Dietz. I'm going to Ashton to play football, and I'm currently undecided with my major.
Okay, so my name is Noelle Ellison. I'm going to Fairmont State. It's for acrobatics and tumbling, and I'm going to major in exercise science physiology.
My name is Amanda Fedor. I am attending the University of Mount Union, and I am playing golf there, and I am not undecided, but either education or accounting.
My name is Ty Miller. I'm coming into Walsh University to play football, and I'll be majoring in nursing.
My name is Matthew Solberger, and I'm committed to the Ashland University. I am playing varsity football there and majoring in economics and data analytics.
My name is Brooklyn Yuri, and I am committed to play softball at Cal State San Marcos in San Diego, California. I chose Cal State San Marcos because I really just had a love for California, and then I was just scrolling on Twitter, I found it, and then I just realized I wanted to play under palm trees, so that's the one I chose. I will be majoring in communication and media studies.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a Leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you'll have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans of the Strega Media Network, a local broadcasting network for the Eastern Stark County area, connecting with our local communities to give you local news, weather, and sports. Local communities like Louisville, Alliance, Marlborough Township, Plain Township, East Canton, Hartville, Salem, and Carrollton. If there's good news, we want to hear it. A varsity game for your local school, we want to cover it. Local weather, we want to bring it to you. Like, subscribe, follow to keep up on everything and everywhere we cover. This is the Strega Media Network.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
And we're back, folks. Stragan Media Network coming to you from Lake High School, home of the Blue Streaks. We had quite a ball game in the first half. 32-31, Louisville leads here at halftime as Will Aljancic got into a little bit of an early foul trouble issue as he played offense and rotated on defense. But our leaders in the first half, Chance Kassenheiser led the Blue Streaks with 13. He was followed by Collins with 8 and Roth with 8. The Leopards were led by Braden Gross with 10 and Nigro with 8, and Aljancic had 7. So I'm interested to see how the second half plays out, John, as, you know, obviously Coach Siegfried did a very smart thing and played foul ball with his leader.
Yeah, and early so he can have him for the second half, because I think this game's probably going to come down to the wire.
Yeah,
maybe even the last shot. So
yeah, I have a feeling you're right about that. It's going to come down to the last possession, whoever has the ball last at this point.
And I'm also interested to see how, you know, they make both, you know, Louisville and Lake make adjustments. You know, Louisville early had coughed up the ball a couple times, and the second quarter seemed to do a little bit better job, but Lake's playing real tight defense on them and making it hard, especially from the three-point line.
Well, and Louisville likes to run those handoffs, and the minute that they give off the ball,
Lake's there.
Lake's double teaming the ball. So that's a very, very smart, which is throwing things off a little bit for the Leopards. So I'm sure we'll see some adjustments by Coach Siegfried. As for the Lake Blue Streaks, they started double teaming Kassenheiser and making him give up the ball. So that
and I think the X factor might be Roth for the Lake Blue Streaks. You know, someone who hasn't played that much, but who's a baller, and they kind of showed it here in the first half.
Well, and for his size, he can put it on the floor and go to the hoop.
Yeah, him and Gross kind of had some nice battles in the paint here in the first half. So, be interested in seeing how the second half plays out for both teams and what they can adjust defensively and maybe get some more open shots offensively.
Well, it seemed like they pulled out of their full court press early on as Louisville started to really break it and get to the hoop. And then
yeah, it's a wonderful thing to have, but once you break that, there's really no there's nobody back to really help.
You tend to get the numbers if you break the press. I'll tell you what, those are my guys down there. They just had a pizza delivered to the house here. In case you didn't see it, folks, the Lake Blue Streaks, 6th man, their student section just had a pizza delivered to them here in the stands. That is epic.
Well, they're feeling it.
I love it.
You know, you need energy for the second half. You got to fuel up.
Yeah. Oh, man. I love it. I love games like this. This is why we do it.
Yeah, but it's always nice to have games, you know, come down to the wire and leave you on the edge of the seat.
Well, and I've said it before. We've had the luxury of having some really, really good games this year. You know.
Yeah, we don't really look at the records. We kind of look at the matchups.
Yeah, absolutely.
You kind of got to look at the starting five and.
So here we go.
Who's good with who?
As Nigro gets it into Siegfried, he's going to hand off to Aljancic over to Nigro. Nigro's going to dribble. Pulls up for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Collins. He'll hand off to Kassenheiser. Kassenheiser gets it to... Got shielded there for a second. It was to Cofield, who gets it to Markoki. And it's going to be tipped away. And they're going to call Braden Gross for the foul.
Yeah, I believe when Caulfield went for the ball, Gross kind of hooked him under his arm and kind of held him.
So Collins is going to bring it up. Comes across the timeline. Gets it off to Markoki.
Nice pass.
Into Roth. Nice take by Roth. And that's two quick ones by Braden Gross here in the first minute of the second half. They can ill afford to get Braden Gross in foul trouble. Shot.
Wow.
No good.
You get 3 or 5 starters in foul trouble, you might start sweating a little.
Well, and Braden is so big inside. Second shot, no good. Picked up by Nigro. They'll come the other way. Nigro to Aljancic. Aljancic over to Gross. He's going to fake. Picks up his dribble out to Marshall. Marshall to Siegfried on the wing. Back out top to Gross. Over on the opposite wing to Aljancic. He's going to dribble. Kicks it over to Gross. Gross is going to take it. Spins. Kicks it to Siegfried to Nigro. Out to Marshall for 3. Off the rim, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Markoki. Up the floor. And layup's good. At buckets by Collins. Caleb Collins. He's a senior. Siegfried over to Nigro. 33-32, 6:22. Third quarter. Nigro going to kick it out to Aljancic for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Markoki. Guarded tightly by Marshall. And pushed up the floor. Looks like they've switched up Marshall and Siegfried, and Marshall's been primarily guarding Kassenheiser now.
Yeah, you kind of want to get your best defender on their best offensive player, and that's what they've done, and so far done a pretty good job.
So Markoki back out top to Roth. Over to Kassenheiser. Kassenheiser's going to pull for 2. No good. Rebounded Gross. He's going to push the other way. Up to Nigro. Nigro fakes to the hoop. Layup good. 34-33, 5:25, third quarter. Leopards lead. Kassenheiser over to Collins on the wing. Looks. Over to Markoki. Left open for 3. No good. Rebounded out Aljancic. He flips it to Marshall. Marshall's going to push the other way. Marshall pulls up for 2 from the foul line. No good. Rebounded Collins.
Got a little bit of a track meet again.
Up to Markoki. And it's going to be Gross. Layup's good.
No foul.
The Lake faithful here wanted a little bit of body, but I think Gross went straight up. So that could be the only reason he didn't get called for the foul. As Aljancic tries to get it to Nigro, and it's stolen by Kassenheiser. Layup's good. 37-34, 4:29 third quarter. Nigro coming up the backcourt. Spins, drives, shot, no good. Rebounded Lake. Collins up the floor. He's going to dribble, drives, takes to the hoop. Blocked by Gross. Nice block by Braden Gross.
Oh, it looks like he picks up his 3rd foul, too.
Wow. I thought that was pretty clean myself, but due to the 6th man, we don't have a total clean look at everything here.
That's quick 3 fouls for him in the 3rd period.
So first shot
Good.
is good. So checking into the ball game is young Colton Loy.
Good. On the second.
Colton, a sophomore. As Siegfried will bring it across the timeline, gets it off to Nigro. Over to Siegfried. Siegfried, nice pass to Loy, takes it to the hoop, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. Marshall taking it strong, and he's going to be fouled. Nice follow by Ashton Marshall.
Yeah, way to stay with it.
So he'll go to the free throw line. 39-34, 3:51 third quarter. First shot, no good. I'll tell you what, seems like we've had a little Achilles heel with free throws at the line tonight.
Yeah, both sides.
Yeah.
That could pay
Short, second one, as Kassenheiser's off to the races again. And it's going to be stolen by Loy, and he's going to be fouled. Tell you what, the young sophomore's made a couple plays since he's gotten into the ball game.
Scrappy.
Well, and he's pretty good at playing that center field too, as he was a safety, I believe, for the football team. For the Leopards.
It's always good to have someone out there that can see the full court or the full field.
So Siegfried over to Marshall. Marshall looks inside to Aljancic. He's going to spin, takes it. No good. Rebounded by the Blue Streaks. Nice rebound by Josiah Brown. Kassenheiser guarded by Nigro. Over to Collins. Nice pass.
Oh, nice inside pass.
And it's going to be blocked by Nigro. Out of bounds.
Stay here.
So Charlie Roberts, Chuck Roberts as we like to call him, checks into the ball game. And Siegfried will sit down. So long pass out to Collins. Over to Kassenheiser. Dribbles. Looking, guarded by Roberts. I'll tell you what, they've done a rotation on Kassenheiser with Roberts and Marshall now.
Yeah, they're kind of
making him work.
Trying to find somebody to slow him down.
So Markoki to the hoop, layup good. Nice take by Anthony Markoki. That's his 6th point of the ball game. Nigro, gonna dribble, takes, gets cut off. Nice pass to Roberts. Out to Marshall, loses it to Collins. He's gonna come the other way. Taken to the hoop, layup, no good. And it's gonna go out of bounds off of Lake. 41-34, 2:25, third quarter. So Braden Gross checks back into the ball game with 2:24 left in this third quarter. And Colton Loy, who gave the Leopards some strong minutes there, sits down. Marshall spins, looking, gets it to Nigro. Nigro dribbles, backs down. He's going to have it knocked away, going the other way. Kassenheiser takes to the hoop, no good. Out top to Collins, to Markoki for 3. Bang! 44-34, we have our biggest lead of the ball game. And a timeout. So it looks like the Leopards have taken a timeout. They want to talk about it.
Well, you get a 10-point lead on you, and you turn the ball over a little too much. That's going to be a nice little chat with the coach.
Yeah, they just seem like they're a little bit off. You know, the pressure's getting to them or whatever it might be.
It's kind of back to how the first quarter went, where it seemed like Lake was on every ball, every chance they could get. So
right. trying to check to see if we had some scores. There's no updates. I know Perry and Alliance were playing tonight, as well as Triway and Northwest, Marlington and East.
I believe that's Alliance's senior night as well.
I believe you're correct. So once we get some of those scores, we'll try to kick them over to you. So Nigro, Roberts, Marshall, Gross, and Aljancic, Markoki, Kassenheiser, Brown, Collins, and Roth for the Blue Streaks. To Gross, to Roberts. Roberts into Gross. Gross is going to spin. Pulls it back out top to Nigro. Nice defense by the Blue Streaks, and we're going to get a foul on Josiah Brown.
That's his first.
So Siegfried will check back into the ball game, and Charlie Roberts sits back down. And it looks like the sixth man of the Blue Streaks here is bringing reinforcements. So Nigro dribbles off to Siegfried. Over to Marshall. Marshall to Nigro,
Nice
to the hoop. Yeah, nice play. Nice pass. Way to keep your head up there, Marshall. 44-36, 56 seconds left in the third. As Roth brings it across the timeline, guarded by Aljancic. Dribbles, takes, cut off to Kassenheiser for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gross, who taps it to Nigro. Up to Siegfried, 34 seconds. To Aljancic, who's blocked by Brown. And I'll tell you what, I don't know where these guys are coming from, but oh, it's the pep band. I was like, man, they are seriously bringing in more reinforcements.
I don't think there's any more seats left.
So they called that foul on Bo Siegfried. That's going to be his second. As Braden Gross will sit down and Colton Lloyd checks back into the ball game.
Surprisingly, the main defender for Louisville is the only one who hasn't had a foul.
Yeah. So Aljancic guarding Roth, tipped away. Stolen by Loy. He's going to push. Dishes off to Aljancic to the hoop. Layup good. 44-38. So Blue Streaks pushing the other way. Markoki takes it to the hoop. Throws it. And it's going to be taken by Marshall. Shot up. No good. That's how we end the third quarter. 44-38. Blue Streaks lead. We're going to take a timeout. This is the Striker Media Network.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
Welcome back, folks, to Lake High School, home of the Blue Streaks, as the Blue Streaks lead 44-38 as we prepare for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Louisville had a pretty good run there in the last minute of the third quarter.
Well, we had that one really nice pass to Nigro. He was cutting back door. I believe that was Marshall that threw that pass. So Nigro leads the Leopards with 12, and Kassenheiser leads the Blue Streaks with 15. Collins with 12 for the Blue Streaks. as Markoki in the backcourt, guarded by Siegfried. To Collins. That's going to be to Roth, who tries to hand it to Kassenheiser, but Marshall cuts him off. So Collins taken to the hoop, double teamed, back out top to Markoki. Markoki resets the offense. He's going to be guarded by Aljancic. Back out top to Markoki, 7:20, fourth quarter, as Roth kicks it to Kassenheiser. He's going to be double teamed in the corner. Cross court, almost stolen by Marshall to Markoki to Kassenheiser for three, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Oh, I'm not sure what was that happened there, but Roth for three, bang!
As he celebrates with the six man a little bit there.
47-38, as Roth has 11 in this ball game. Gross looking over to Nigro, into Aljancic. Aljancic, and he's going to be fouled. 9-point ball game, 6:42. Lake leads.
Both teams have 14 fouls apiece.
That's the third foul on Roth. So Aljancic will shoot two. First one, short, no good. As Roberts will check in for Nigro. Second shot.
Good.
It's good. 47-39. Kassenheiser to Collins. They're going to trap in the backcourt. Cross back over to Kassenheiser to Collins. Guarded by Roberts. To Markoki. Over to Roth. Kicks it into the corner to Kassenheiser. Cross court to Markoki. I'll tell you what, those are dangerous, dangerous passes. In fact, I'm sure that's what coach is going to tell them as they call a timeout.
Yeah, you know, one or two, it's all right. But you start doing that, like every pass is from one side or the other, you're bound to turn it over.
Yeah, Marshall almost got the last one. That's when coach was like, yep, enough of that. Let's call a timeout. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you can really get rid of that lead pretty quick if you start doing that.
Well, and you got a guy like Ashton Marshall that's hanging out back there that's a really good defender. You tend to sniff things out like that.
Well, and he's got a couple fouls, you know, that he could give, so he can play kind of like a bulldog right now if he really wants to.
So into the backcourt, Collins to Markoki. He'll be picked up as Kassenheiser drives and over to Roth. Back to Kassenheiser, spins.
Nice.
Takes to the hoop, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. And it's going to be Leopard ball as it went off of Roth out of bounds. So Siegfried will walk it up the backcourt over to Nigro. Nigro back to Gross. Looks to Siegfried, to Marshall. They are double teaming Aljancic the minute he touches the ball. Nigro's going to drive, takes to the hoop, no good. Rebounds his own shot, no good. Rebounded Lake. So the ball's going to go up to Collins. He's going to push. Out to Markoki for three. Bang! Markoki with 12 points as the Blue Streaks have 4 players in double figures. Over to Marshall at the top of the circle. to Siegfried, who pulls for three. Bang! Nice shot by Bo Siegfried. Squared up and let it rip. So Lake gonna push up the other way. As Kassenheiser, shot no good, rebounded Nigro. I'll tell you what, Lake rebounds that ball. They are off to the races. So Marshall to Siegfried, inside to Gross. Gross gonna back it, turns, takes to the hoop, layup, no good. Gets his own rebound, takes it strong, and he's gonna be fouled. Nice strong move by Braden Gross. 50-42, 4:29 here in the fourth quarter.
That's Caulfield's fourth foul.
So Gross, first shot no good.
Yeah, I think both teams need to work on foul shots after this game.
That'll cost you in the playoffs. As last year in the tournament, that's what helped win some games for Louisville last year. So they know the importance.
Yep.
Second shot, no good.
Right, yeah, right now both teams are really struggling from that
And
line.
we've got a jump ball. Possession stays with Louisville. Ooh. As the
home
Lake
side
faithful
does
does not like that.
They do not want to hear that.
50-42, 4:26 here in the fourth. Leopards will inbound. Nigro to Marshall, out top, circle. Gets it to Siegfried. Siegfried backs it out. Resets to Nigro. Nigro gonna take to the hoop, shot up. He'll be fouled. Update on a score. Tusky Valley trails Sandy Valley 32-25. First shot. $50-43 for 11.
That gives him 13 points on the night.
Second shot.
I meant 14.
He's just 2 behind his average of 16. 50-44 as the Leopards trap. Gets it up to Kassenheiser. He's going to push. Cross court to Collins. Takes to the hoop. Blocked by Gross. And it's going to be picked up by Marshall. To Aljancic. Takes the hoop. Slam bam. 50-46. Blue Streaks. 3:51. As Lake wants a timeout.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to figure out how to break this trap here.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
Welcome back, folks. This is the Strag Media Network. As we're here at Lake, 3:44 left in this fourth quarter. Want to make a mention, this game is brought to you tonight by Mandy Evans Designs. She does great work. Shirts, t-shirts, cheer stuff, whatever you need, call her. Mandy does an awesome job. So the Blue Streaks will inbound. 3:42 left in this ball game as they will get it out to Markoki. Over to Roth. Roth is going to drive. Taking to the hoop. Shot up. No good. Rebounded Gross. He's going to push it up the floor. He's going to get off to Nigro for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Gross. Dribbles. Turns. Takes to the hoop. Good. Nice take by Braden Gross. So Lake will get it up the court, pushes it up to Roth, who's going to pull for three. Off the rim, no good. And they're going to say last touch by Lake, Louisville ball. So Nigro to Siegfried. He walks it up the backcourt, across the center line. Off to Gross on the wing. He fakes, guarded tightly by Brown. To Marshall, inside to Aljancic. Strong move to the hoop, no good. Rebounded Aljancic, no. Gross, and he's going to be fouled. So Braden Gross will go back to the free throw line, down by 2. That's going to be the second foul on Josiah Brown.
17 fouls for Lake.
So Braden Gross shoots the first one. No good.
I will say that Louisville has done a pretty good job with the fouls in the second half as it's kind of slowed down here, keeping them out of foul trouble.
Second shot is good. So we got a 1-point ball game, 2:43, as Lake gets it up the floor to Roth. Roth gives it off. Nice pass to Brown. Back to a 3-point ball game, 52-49. That is Brown's first bucket of the ball game. As Siegfried gonna spin, dribbles off to Aljancic. And we've got a timeout by Louisville. We're gonna stay here.
Yeah, that was a nice little pass around Braden Gross there. And that's kind of what happens. You get kind of stranded on an island when you do that full court press. You're just kind of back there by yourself.
Well, you know,
you either foul them or you just let them get the bucket. There's really no.
Well, you just do the best. When you're in that situation like Braden or BG is, you just kind of gotta guess. You know, you often play the percentages, and obviously you want to take the guy that's going to the hoop. But you know, sometimes you're able to fake out the guy with the ball, and he'll commit early. But in that particular situation, the ball handler held on to the ball like he's supposed to till the last minute, drops it off for the layup. So 2:24 left in this ball game, 52-49, as Louisville will be shooting in the bonus as Lake has 7 team fouls. The Leopards still foul to give. Nigro into Aljancic. Aljancic over to Marshall. Marshall backs it back out. Looks to Nigro. Nigro gonna dribble. Spins. Takes. Shot. No good. Rebounded Lake. Lake's coming the other way to Kassenheiser. And they're going to call a foul. I believe they got Will Aljancic for that one.
Yep, that's his third.
At this point, you got to roll with it. 3 fouls, you're okay.
Yeah, you got 2 minutes left as long as you don't get another quick one here.
So 2:02, 52-49 Lake leads. Roth to Brown, topped away by Marshall. Nice play by Ashton. It's another one of those situations where he saw the play and went and made it. So we've got another timeout. We're going to step away for just a few seconds and we'll be right back. Welcome back, Striker Media Network. here at Lake High School, home of the Blue Streaks.
Well, and it looks like it's going to come down to the wire. 151 left, 52-49.
Back and forth, just like you said early in the game, John. Could be a last possession.
Oh, that's kind of how it felt. And, you know, especially now with Lake with 17 fouls, Louisville with 5. You know, that could play a big point here with 1:51 left.
Currently our leaders, Kassenheiser with 15 and Nigro with 14. Inside to Roth. He's going to back, turns, fakes, back out top. Gets it to Markoki at the top. He's guarded by Siegfried. Backs it back out off to Collins to Roth. Roth looking to Markoki. Markoki to Roth. Roth is going to dribble. Tipped, almost stolen by Louisville. To Markoki, going to dribble. They're trying to run clock. So Marshall to Collins to Kassenheiser. Kassenheiser going to dribble. And 1:07 left in this ball game. Tipped away. Oh, Kassenheiser threw it away. It was tipped. He tried to save it and then threw it away in the corner. So Leopards with some new life here.
Well, they did happen to burn about over 50 seconds off the clock as well.
So 56 seconds left in this ball game as Siegfried over to Gross. Gross hands off to Nigro. Nigro dribbles, looks. Cleared out, 42 seconds. Over to Aljancic, pulls for three, short, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. Marshall, he's gonna take, strong move to the hoop, and good. So Ashton Marshall will go to the free throw line to try and tie up this ball game with 32 seconds left. What a take. That's 3 points for Ashton.
It seemed like the ball was going to go out of bounds, so they didn't try for the rebound, and Ashton got in there and got it.
It's all about the hustle.
That's what defensive players do.
So shot up. Rims off. Rebounded by Aljancic. No good. And it's going to be
Lake ball. They got the timeout in time.
27.5 seconds.
Seemed like Siegfried wanted something different there called, but Lake got the timeout. 27 seconds.
Well, I think that what was going on is they were trying to foul him to send him to the free throw line. And he got the timeout before they could foul him. Well, that's a hazardous job down there. As we have I call them the mop crew.
Well, they must have found a wet spot on the court there.
Yeah.
Because he went down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah. Well, no offense to the young guy, but better him than one of the ball players.
Right.
Maybe they'll give him an extra hot dog for hazard pay. Or a bag of Skittles.
No.
So here we go, guys. 27.5, 52-51. We knew it was going to be a battle, and here it is. Lake to inbound.
Nobody back for Louisville.
Collins to Kassenheiser. And he'll be fouled. 25 seconds.
That should be 16 fouls for Louisville.
So the Leopards had a foul to give. 52-51. Roth to inbound. Up to Kassenheiser. And he's fouled by Marshall. So that'll be the first foul by Marshall.
Remember when we talked about earlier in the game that this might come down to the foul line, and here it is.
Well, who better for Lake? As the first one, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. Over to Nigro. Nigro, 17 seconds, and they want a timeout. Coach Siegfried wants his best play for this one.
Well, they're probably going to get one shot off here, I imagine. Maybe if they can get a good rebound, they might be able to get a rebound and put it back in. But
yeah,
right now it's kind of a.
You need to make it because you're probably not going to get a second look,
right.
Especially the way Lake's been.
They've been very good off the glass tonight, and.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lake is a very, very balanced team. As Kassenheiser has 15, Collins with 12, Markoki with 12, and Roth with 11.
Well, and you know they're 9-10 on the year, but you can't look at their record because they're playing, you know, top-notch basketball right now.
Just some updates from around the area. Malvern and Garraway are tied at 48. Tusky Valley trails Sandy Valley 48-36 as Siegfried gets the ball.
They're trying to
over
get
to
it
Al
to Will in the
Jancic.
corner.
Al Jancic's going to dribble, kicks it over to Nigro. Nigro going to take to the hoop. Shot up, good. As 53-52, 4 seconds, 3. And Lake will take a timeout.
I didn't think they were going to take a timeout. It seemed like they're just going to try to race down there and shoot.
Well, the way they've been rolling with their high-speed attack, it might have been the better way to go.
Right.
Well, I can tell you one thing that Siegfried is saying right now in that huddle. I do not want Kassenheiser to get the ball.
Anybody else.
Yeah. So, well,
I'll tell you what, whoever does get the shot off is going to have ice in his veins because you got 3.1 seconds left to make some magic happen.
And it doesn't have to be a 3. It could be.
No, it could be a nice little lay-in if it's open. So then that kind of makes it hard for Louisville because they can't just guard the arc. They gotta be pretty balanced defensively.
You got to be aware of the back door.
Right.
Well, we said it was coming down to the last possession, and here we go. 3.1, 53-52.
I'll tell you, Rob, I wouldn't kid you when I said it was going to come down to the last shot.
Nope.
Here it is.
We've been doing this for a while. I always trust your judgment. So Markoki will inbound. And here we go. They get it. Oh, tipped away by Marshall. Marshall steals it. He's going the other way, and Louisville is victorious. As Louisville is victorious, 53-52 over the Blue Streaks. Man, what a ball game. Tell you what, guys, we knew it was going to be a battle, and it was. I'll tell you what, we had a lot of great action tonight, great players, and I just can't say enough about the way the Leopards stepped up. And at the end, it's Ashton Marshall with the defense again. In fact, I believe he shut down Kassenheiser pretty much in the second half.
Right. Defense wins championships.
Right. So, well, Markoki ended up with 12. Collins with 12. Kassenheiser with 16. And Roth with 11. Siegfried with 5. Aljancic with 12. And Braden Gross with 13. Ashton Marshall with 4. And Nigro with 16.